linguine all'aragosta con sugo piccante. It's certainly my favorite, my family's favorite, and it's gonna become your family's favorite when you make it. So you get some lobster tails, and you take a chef's knife, and we're gonna cut these in half. So you go in the middle, down, down on one side, you turn it around, and down the other side. And let's open it up. Let's see. And a nice large pan with some vegetable oil. Line the bottom. You flour it lightly, just like that. Shake the excess flour right off. The flour kind of seals the meat, keeps it juicier, and when it disintegrates in the sauce, it makes the sauce just a little thicker. So, just put it meat side down so the flour caramelizes just like that. I'm looking just for a little caramelization. As you notice, it's not thoroughly cooked. I don't want it. I just want the flour to kind of caramelize and get the coloring. We can begin to cut the onion and to make the sauce. Like a little garlic too, which we're gonna crush. Okay, this is fine. The meat is compact. That means that the lobster was fresh and it's gonna stay there. When you pull it out, it's gonna come out all in one piece. You don't want the lobster to crumble. So I'm looking here at the pan. There's not too much oil, but I wanna take away the vegetable oil, and I don't mind leaving some of the fond in the pan. That's the good part. Just like that. Let's crush the garlic. And I'm crushing it because I like garlic, but I want to be able to pull it out. Olive oil now. Okay, this is the beginning of the sauce. This is what we're gonna eat. So I want good oil. And I am going to get the onion going. Okay, let's start with the onion and as well. I'm going to season just a little bit of pepperoncino. Let's toast it a little bit, bring out the flavor. I said spicy, so let me add a little more because I like it. And here we have the herbs. Bay leaves from a bay leaf bush I have in the backyard now, but I bring it in. Winter, summer, I take care of it. But I love bay leaves. And this is dry oregano. I really like dry. It has more of a pronounced taste, and if it's Sicilian, you buy it in a bouquet like this, you just kind of, as much as you need. I think we have enough here. Put it right in with the onions. And let me get the tomatoes now. Nice plum tomatoes. You know, I always tell you to get San Marzano tomato. San Marzano is a town outside of Naples. Great exposure to sun. There they have beautiful sun, and the tomatoes grow beautifully there. I'm looking at the onions here. I want to wilt the onions just a little bit, so I'm going to take a little bit of the pasta water. Okay. So this way, the onions cook, and they begin to disintegrate in the sauce. We could put some white wine. You always ask me, what kind of wine? Wine that you drink, good wine. And at this point, we can add the tomatoes. You know, I like my slush. I don't want to waste any of that stuff. So let's get some of the pasta water. And then from the can, just like that. I collected everything. Let's go here and collect everything here. Now I feel good. All right. You know, I love it when you socially connect with me. I tell you all the time, ask me the questions. I do look at my socials. Let me answer somebody right here. Let's see. Chris. Hi, Chris. Chris emails. I'd like to make my dinner plate pretty. How do I make the leap from kitchen food to fine dining when I'm plating? Oh, Chris, the plating is very important. What's important about it is you get the right plate for presentation. Let the proteins be the stars. If you mix some color in that, it always looks beautiful, and vegetables do that. Lay the protein on top, a little decoration of the herb, and simple and straightforward. You know, you gotta trust yourself. If it looks good to you, it's gonna look good to your guests. Okay, Chris? Good question. Keep on cooking. So here we are, the sauce is bubbling along, the water is boiling. Let's put the pasta in the water. Now I tell you, when you cook your pasta, I want simple water, salt, nothing else. And when you're finished, when the pasta is cooked al dente, you can drain it, but do not rinse it. And you don't break your spaghetti. That's a criminal offense in Italy. Don't you dare. And it's time to put in the lobster. So the lobster will only take 3-4 minutes. And I'm just turning over the lobster tail to get some of the sauce and to flavor the sauce. Let's take them out. I told you they're cooked. But you can see the lobster will kind of come right out like that. The whole piece, nice and firm. So let's put the lobster in my reserved pan here. Let me pick out the bay leaves, the garlic, and I'm going to take some of the pasta cooking water just to kind of extend the sauce. And I always tell you that. So if you are draining your pasta, make sure that you save some of that water before you drain the pasta, so you have it just in case you run dry a little bit on your sauce. It's just about al dente, and I'm going to leave it a little bit more al dente, so I finish cooking it right in here. I'm going to just drizzle it a little bit with the olive oil. And you know, when you do that, at the last minute, it gives it that kind of shine and that freshness. You taste the oil too. Everything looks nice and shiny. So I think we are ready here. Put the plates right here. And where's my dish? Mamma mia. Right here. Okay. And I'm going to use my little plate here to carry the pasta over to the dish. Give it a twist so it kind of falls into a mound, a twisted mound. That's good. Let's go on to the next one. And I am putting a little extra here because I want it to look beautiful for you. Okay. Now let's move on. It certainly looks good with two like that. I think so. Now let's do a little bit of the sauce, just like that. Okay, just like that. So let's put at the table just like that. And just a little bit of parsley here, Italian parsley. It looks like a crown. First, let me show you how the lobster tail should come out of the very, very easy once it's done. Look, just like that. And that's a perfectly cooked lobster tail. Now, if I wasn't on television, I would lick all of this tail, and it's perfectly okay for you to do it. But I'm just gonna put it here. And you can see that the lobster is resilient, nice, but it is cooked. And this is the way you want it. So let's try the lobster first. Don't use the spoon when you're eating your spaghetti. It's not Italian. Just like this, you take the fork and you twirl and you twirl, and you get yourself a nice twirl. So you have a little hanging, you'll figure it out. Delizioso. So, salute.
The Prosecco, Doc.
Goes perfectly with this dish, and I am going to continue to enjoy. I hope I inspired you to cook, and as always, I invite you at my house. So, tutti a tavola a mangiare!